Welcome to the University of Northampton Popular Music Podcast. Hi there, my name is Dr. Stace Constantinou. I'm a senior lecturer and the programme leader for popular music at the University of Northampton. Today, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Hannah Bashorun, singer, composer, UK gospel artist, and recently she's finished her degree with us at the University of Northampton in popular music, and I'm lucky enough to be joined by her to discuss how she got into music, going to college, coming to university, the things she's learned, and her aspirations for the future, as well as some tips for anyone thinking about going to university to do music.
So for me, I think music started properly around, I want to say like around 13. So obviously I've grown up in church and I've been open and I've been exposed and was able to see like my choir at home, and it was just when I saw all my friends and everything in the choir, and I was just had nothing to do after church. I was like, you know what? Let me just go and apply and do the auditions that they were doing. And I thought I was too young at the time because I was like one of the youngest ones. But they were just encouraging. They were like, yeah, come and audition. And, after that, I've just been in the choir ever since. And I've just been exposed to so much musicians and so much like music. And I would say around 13. So around like year 7, year 8, if I wanted to, narrow it down in a way people could obviously get. But yeah, music has just been something that I've always loved, even from young. But I was terrible would sing off key, but it was just something I desired and I just loved. So yeah, definitely it's been something from like very young. But yeah, I'm still doing music and I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm still loving it. So yeah. I wasn't the best. Everybody would like cover their ears in the house, and all my cousins would tell me like to shut up and everything. But I was like, I could sing on key, but I just wasn't as developed as I am now. But I would say the turning point probably, I would say after probably after puberty and everything. And when I started like joining the choir, and they started teaching me like vocal techniques like breathing and blending and just vocal agility and riffs, because riffs is really like big even in the soul like gospel world. Like you're gonna hear people doing like riffs and vibratos and heavy like vocals and everything. So I think what helped me to be a better singer was because obviously I'm in a choir. I started off singing soprano, which is like obviously the high type of like keys and notes. But it was when my choir youth director told me, oh yeah, I'm gonna move you down to alto. So I was just like, okay, move down to alto. And then she's like, nah, alto's not gonna do you good, move down to tenor. And I hated tenor. I just hated singing tenor. I thought it was just for guys. I thought, oh, singing the lowest notes were just really bad. But what I didn't know in that process was it was just giving me like vocal range, and I was able to now. I thank her all the time when I see her, because I can sing all three harmonies, and it's just easy to blend and easy to listen to. But I would say my my turning point for being able to sing on key was definitely listening to other key artists, other singers, other than myself, and hearing what they did, just copying, because nowadays everybody hates copying and they just want to be original, but sometimes you've just got to copy if you want to be able to like achieve that same thing as well. And obviously I've got my own tone, my own style, but I would say like really achieving that sound that you want just comes from listening like different music, different songs, different everything. And my dad would always like make me listen to like all the like old school. I wasn't allowed to listen to Capital Kiss, so I have to listen to like Magic. So it would be a thing while listening to like Whitney Houston, I'm listening to just a lot of songs, just a lot of soul, like Luther Vandross, and just a lot of like old school songs and everything. So yeah, I think that helped me with just being able to sing on key. And yeah. So I would say I think it started after when I was in secondary school that, my friend signed me up to a talent show I didn't even know about. Yeah, it was crazy. I hated him at first, but thank him down the line. And I ended up winning the talent show, and I think that grew my confidence a lot because I had to sing in front of the whole school. And I realized that, I actually want to take this music thing a bit more serious. I don't think I want to like just leave it as a hobby. And music was the only thing I could see myself doing other than maybe like business or hair or something like that. So I decided just to like for my GCSE options just to choose music. We had music technology at the time, so did that. Was able to pass, and realized that I had to pick some college choices, and I realized there are actually music colleges around. I did choose a few like East London Arts and Music. I think I chose one somewhere in Central, but I ended up hearing about Southwark College, and that's where I found out about the music degree they do there, the performance degree. And performance was something I wanted to do because, I wanted to be a performer. That's something I saw myself doing, singing in front of a mass like audience. So yeah, I decided to go to the opening day, had an audition, and I got in, and yeah, I made a lot of friends, a lot of like networking connections, and definitely grew more confident as a performer while still being in my church choir. And I was able to just form like um sing with other like creatives. I still talk to some of them till today, and I think that made me realize that I want to take it obviously a bit more further after college, and I ended up getting like distinction merit. And it was just through a friend where she told me that, she's gonna check out, University of Northampton for the music degree. And I didn't actually want to go to uni originally. I was like, uni, I don't think it's for me. I think I might have to just do this music thing and just go out there, which is not a bad thing, but I just didn't know how, and I just didn't have a plan in terms of navigating that. So I just thought, okay, if I go to this open day in Northampton, let's see what it's about. And I did come. Yeah, I did end up coming. I just looked around. I liked the way the campus was. I liked the vibe of Northampton. It wasn't too quiet. It wasn't too busy. Coming from London, we're just surrounded by like cars, traffic, everything. So loud and everything. Busy life. But yeah, I just liked the music degree, and I was just telling myself, you know what? It wouldn't hurt just to spend about 3 years in uni. I'm still young, I can still decide what like I want to do after, and it's not like the end of the world. So yeah, I just wanted to take this music thing a bit more seriously, study it, get more information, gain more knowledge, and actually kind of like apply it, and I think I definitely have a lot more ideas now that I've finished uni. But I think it's just given me it's just helped me in terms of like just being more confident, just connecting with other creatives, and just being able to make music. So yeah, me as a UK gospel artist, I just think that was something that was just instilled in me, but it was something that I just didn't quite like develop at first. But I think it was something later down the line I realized I really like gospel music. I really like listening to like all these like big choirs and just kind of like exploring deeper into my faith. So obviously I'm a Christian, obviously born a Christian, everything like that. But obviously I got a bit more deeper, I would say, during uni as I found like a church family, started going to church and started like connecting with other like Christians. And I guess like if you've got a certain faith or certain like religion that you believe in, like you want to be surrounded by other people that kind of like are in that similar faith as you. So obviously they were like, yeah, you do a music degree, like, can we hear your music? Do you sing UK gospel? Do you sing Christian music? And I was just like, oh no, I don't really, but I would love to explore that one day. So I think the opportunity, being able to make my EP, I decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna make a UK gospel EP and let's just explore the possibilities and see where it goes. And I think that's what made me, like, I want to say, like, kind of gave me my calling in a sense, where I just wanted to, like, be a UK gospel artist, and I found it was a way for me to connect closer to God, and just getting into my Bible and all of that. So I was able to kind of like infuse that with my music as inspiration. And yeah, with my EP, I was able to just collaborate with my local church, which was amazing. It was so fun just being able to, like, see my friends, but invite my friends into my own personal space. So allowing them to record in the studios, like them just helping me, encouraging me, advising me just to work on my music as well. I was able to, like, collab with my local musicians from my church and the singers as well within my team that I lead. And they were just so helpful. They were just amazing. They were all, like, just so supportive of my EP. They'll be there recording in the evening and just helping me with harmonies, helping me with instrumentation. And yeah, I think it was just great to see that happen. But yeah, just me as a UK gospel artist, I think seeing my songs come alive, it just kind of gave me that, yeah, this is something I want to continue doing. I want to be able to collab with other UK gospel artists, not just maybe UK, maybe in the US, but because there's a big like there's a big industry, and I think it's an industry that I just would love to explore and go deeper in, because we obviously know, like, the UK gospel industry, or the US gospel market, it's quite big, but it's got its own, like, in a sense, section or sector. So it's like got its own area that we could try, that I just want to explore and go down, like, deep into. And I think there's like amazing creative things that could happen within that, like, industry. So yeah, I've just been so fascinated about just trying to also just share, like, the love of God, the love of Jesus Christ, and just just sharing elements of my faith in my music, and just being able to just spread love. And it doesn't even have to just be for, like, Christians. It could just be for people that are, like, other faiths, other religions, other backgrounds, just people that might not even believe, but just like the music in a sense because of the genre. Just try to infuse genres that I love, like R&B, soul, Afro beats, and just obviously gospel, and just trying to infuse that as a fusion, and just really exploring, because I think there's, like, as a creative, we've just got to keep exploring and just being original as well, and just staying relevant as well, and not being too just one-minded and everything. But as a UK gospel artist, I want to be able to really go down into my roots, and I just want my music to reach other people that really, like, feel what I'm going through, what challenges I may be facing as, like, especially as a young person, and as a young person that is also a young Christian, like, other challenges I might be facing in my faith that other people might be going through. So I really wanted to just add that, and just really create a just a brand for myself, a persona, and just to really make it a lifestyle, I guess. So you can connect with me on Instagram. So my Instagram handle is Hannah underscore B Sounds. So I'll definitely put that in the link below and everything. That'll be, like, added and everything. But you can also connect with me by email. And I'll even send my Snapchat if you're, a Snapchat person, or Facebook. But I'm more active on Instagram, so yeah, I'll just send all of the details to you. And we can connect, we can chat, and feel free to message me as well on Instagram. And yeah, don't feel shy. I've definitely gotten a lot more confident with my faith. I feel like I can talk about it to anyone that is willing to listen, and, just spreading the love of Jesus, because I just believe like Jesus loves everyone regardless. And, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, and whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So it's a way just to kind of like reach to other Christians and other people that might be feeling down, because I was in a low time around first year where I was really just kind of like confused and just really like, not, I want to say depressed, but everyone goes through storms and trials and stuff. But I think finding Jesus, it kind of helped me kind of feel like a void, and it brought me closer to God. And and yeah, I was able to reconnect with uh music, reconnect with like my Bible, because that's how I believe like I get closer with God. And I guess if anyone was ever feeling like they were interested in finding out more, they could always contact me. And I've always got a local church in London, in Northampton, where there's amazing young people, and you can connect to and find out more if you're always like questioning your own faith as well and things like that. But I've definitely grown deeper, definitely. What's next? I want to do more creative projects. So I'm in a network group, I would say, with other creatives. The head of that is one of the producers for the Gospel Music Alliance industry, GMIA Records Industry Alliance, but he's in charge of quite a lot of like gospel industries and projects, and he's a sound technician himself and a sound engineer as well. But I've had the pleasure of talking to him, and he's a really lovely guy. His name is Gozi, Gozayam. So I've had the pleasure of him introducing me to his network group with other like musicians, singers, uh, fellow Christians. And they've just been like sharing like so many like events to sing at. Or I've also got my choir director and trusted friend, Lawrence Johnson, and he's always asking me to sing in this place, sing in that wedding, sing in this event. So I definitely want to do some projects that involve me working with new people, working with other artists like myself, just building connections and friendships with people, and just being busy with within the music side. Maybe doing some session work, and I guess releasing music of my own this year, because that's something I really want to do this year. Just put out a single, just put that on social media and see how that does, and just keep going with my music. I would say definitely go to any open days of any music degrees. It's like in any unis that you obviously see on UCAS. Just do some research. Do Google's free, so just search it up on Google. If you are in college and you are maybe doing a BTech or A level music degree, speak to your lecturer, speak to your like teacher advisor, and even through like any friends that that are going to uni, because I didn't want to go to uni, like I said before. It wasn't really part of the plan, but after speaking to a friend and just realizing there are actually quite a lot of like music conservatoires for those that want to go into the more classical composition side, and there's actually like a lot of like cool music degrees for those that want to go into like the popular music side. And there's just a vast majority, I guess. So even for just like the arts and the creatives, I guess. And I think it's a thing where you shouldn't feel like diminished about it. Like you should just really explore it, and you never know, you might really like it. And it's a great way to, if you think you're not really ready to pursue being an artist, I feel like it's a great way to just grow as a musician, to brush up on your theory, to meet other creatives, to make friends, to live in a new environment, to become independent, because uni gave me that independence away from my family, and I was able to really enjoy my time in uni. So I know that, I can travel anywhere in the world and I'll be okay. So just giving me that sense of responsibility. But for like students, aspiring like musicians, I would say uni is a really good pathway, especially if you're just still figuring out life and you're still trying to navigate, your journey, as a creative, as a musician. But yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you found it enjoyable or interesting, please like and subscribe, and even leave a comment down below if you like.